you tell us what you've bought here? Because I see, just looking through the commentary, 1.3 million ounce equivalent gold deposits and also antimony. Is that the extent of it? And how does this compare perhaps with other gold deposits?
Well, it's a gold deposit. It is minute. It's really small. It's a well-known, well-established mine. It's been mining for 70 years. For most parts of its life, it's really been an antimony mine. And as an antimony mine, although it's still a small mine, it's actually one of the larger producers in the world. It sits on one of the largest resources outside of China. And to the best of my knowledge, it is the single largest non-Chinese producer, which obviously always have got some advantages.
So have you bought this for the antimony rather than the gold?
Well, I mean, accounting-wise, the 1 month it's an antimony mine, and with the gold price where it is, you know, it's sort of almost a gold mine. It's really close to 50-50 on a revenue basis.
What are the prospects for this mine, though?
Well, we believe that after having turned it around operationally, it's now making small profits, reinvesting into the ore body. It's the typical greenstone belt type ore body, where the more money you spend on the ore body, the more you can, you know, follow it down. The mine's currently about 600 to 800 meters deep, and it continues at depth. So we just need to spend enough money to continue going down.
So I presume it's going to be quite expensive to mine at this mine as you go deeper.
Well, surprisingly enough, we've been able to bring the cost to about 600 rands a ton. That is almost break even at 2 grams a ton, which means we get the antimony for free. Or there's almost break even at 1.4% antimony, which means we get the gold for free. And this is really what is so lucrative about this mine. Despite the fact that it is small, it really takes Village up into a mining company. As you know, we've been a platinum exploration company up to now. In this one transaction, we've got a cash generative mining asset on board as well.
Will you make enough cash, though, from the gold and antimony mining to sustain the development of the platinum deposits?
Well, the platinum mine is, the prospecting phase is fully funded. The IDC came on board some time ago, put 140 million rands towards the exploration.
This is Lesego, isn't it?
Lesego, yeah. We've just completed the first phase of it. We just started with the second phase of it, fully funded, as I said. So clearly this mine will not generate enough money to build the platinum mine, but we do not need the cash flows from this mine to fund the platinum project. Instead, we can really now focus on building Village through hopefully further smart transactions where we can unlock the value.
What sort of transactions would you be looking at? Because you're now a bit of a mixed place, so you have platinum on the one hand in the future, hopefully, and then a bit of gold and some antimony. What else would you be adding to that mix? Would you become more diversified, or would you focus in on one of those?
Well, I think the diversification is not a strategy, it's more of a result. We are very comfortable to look at an opportunity, see if we can do a smart transaction on the way in, to a couple of things to the ore body, hopefully responsible things, create sustainable mining entities. That's really, if I had to sum up what we want to do in Village. The model we've used at Consmerch, where we've made the employees co-shareholders, I think is a model worth taking further forward. Will certainly involve the communities. And a few years later, we want to have mining entities that can stand on its own feet again. In the process, you save jobs, but you also make money.
Of course, Village has also bought TTP, which is a mine management agreement, for an additional 10 million rand. But this, of course, gives you a monthly fee because you're going to sell the services back, of course, to TTP, 605,000 rand a month. So that seems pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
like a smart agreement.
Like I say, immediately, Village actually gets that 600,000 rand a month. You know, so that more than pays the bills of Village. And it does align to some extent TTP, which has been my investment vehicle since I left the corporate world, and my current full-time job at Village. So now all the eggs is in one basket. It makes me a larger shareholder in Village, and all interests are hopefully perfectly aligned now.
Of course, the funding for this is quite, it looks quite complicated. It's actually issuing shares to TTP, so Consmerch will issue shares, or rather Village will issue shares to TTP, which will then take a stake in Consmerch.
Yeah, absolutely correct. The net result is TTP, my interest goes up to 8% of Village. Village owns 74% of Consmerch, and the employees own 26%.
How about other investors? Do you think they have the same foresight that you have here? Do you think they'll buy into this whole strategy?
Well, we'll certainly continue to grow the company. Right now, our shareholders all came in through transactions, so they tend to be long-term anchor shareholders. That results in us having a bit of a liquidity problem. We just don't have enough shareholders who trade on a daily basis, you know. That is our next big challenge, is to create liquidity in the share. But we'll be very transparent with our strategy and hopefully, you know, take shareholders along. The opportunities in platinum and gold industry right now for mines who really can get some special attention are just numerous, and so we are very excited about the growth prospects.
How about the gold price? What's your view on the gold price? We saw it, of course, yesterday at $13.64 an ounce. Some CEOs, like Harmony, your former company, saying it could get to $1,500 by the end of the year. Where do you see gold going?
You know, in the days when I ran a big company, and I could be arrogant, I used to say that the day Anglo Gold closes out its heads, that would be the top of the market. So that officially was yesterday.
Other people say that too.
That officially was yesterday. Now I'm a bit worried about the dollar gold price, quite honestly. I mean, you know, I think the de-hedging, where producers basically have been buyers of gold, has been phenomenal. I think the ETFs or EFTs, I mean, has been a significant new emerging sort of factor. But now individuals sit with huge amounts of gold. And if they, for whatever reason, start selling, I think we could actually see a dramatic correction in the gold price. Having said that, of course, we always have to look at the rand and the dollar gold price in parallel. And I must say, they're probably as crazy as the dollar gold price is, the rand is no better. I mean, you know, and so the net result is a realistic rand dollar gold price, I would argue.
Okay, so hopefully if that gold price does come down, the rand will follow it as well.
Who knows?